Hey, Flight 247, this is Sean. I wanted to take a little bit more than just a moment to talk about the idea that I have in regarding getting the 1,500 hours that I need to go fly. You know, when I threw the idea out there, it seemed like, hey, this is going to take like wildfire. You get an idea and then you have to think it through. And the one thing I thought of in just reflecting on it over the course of a week is how am I going to do this? You think 1 hour of flight time a day. All right. You work an 8-hour day, plus you sleep 8 hours a night, plus you spend, breakfast and dinner and time with your family in the evening. And it's like, how is that sustainable to say I'm going to fly 1,000 hours in a year? When you do the math on 365 days a year, I mean, that's easily 3 hours a day. And then you have the logistics of getting to the airport, of flight planning it, of what are you going to do? I mean, in the reality of it, 1 hour of PIC, that's just flying around the airport, really. That's just doing some touch and goes. Like, that's not even going anywhere. But of course, if an aircraft owner or a pilot is going to donate 1 hour to me, it's not something that I'm just looking for a free lunch here. I will buy you a lunch. How about that? Like, let's fly somewhere and I'll buy you a lunch out of appreciation. Of course, the part of shooting this idea off, is to do it right. I'm standing in front of this incredible scaled composite experimental jet with these super light turbofans on the back. A brilliant airplane. Just a beautiful thing. And I'm just using that as the example of, this is what my goal is, to get 1,500 hours to be in the right seat of a jet. There is also the aspect of, once the pump is primed and the hours start to accumulate, there is the part where I can start to go autonomous and I can start building that time myself. The biggest thing I have right now is to get to 500 hours. And I got to get an accurate logbook count. I keep saying 435. I might be a little bit more than that, but I need to review my logbook and just get an accurate tally of how much time I need. But at the 500 hour point, I can then put myself out there for contract work, and I can fly right seat in an aircraft for a Part 91 operator that needs someone to fly in the right seat for insurance purposes. Once that starts happening, then the opportunity to actually get paid as a commercial pilot starts to work in there, and I can start to parlay that into building my flight time as well. My goal, again, is to achieve 1,000 hours. Can I do it in a year? Another aspect is, you think, okay, well, what if it's one trip a week? Instead of doing 7 hours over the course of 7 days, what about doing one trip on a Saturday, or one trip on a Sunday, or one trip overnight, something like that? Well, then that's a little bit different. Of course, to go and do an 8-hour trip or a 10-hour trip, I'm not going to be flying 1 hour in a different airplane each day. I'm going to be flying in an airplane that is open up, and I can just go and do that. Now I'm just kind of thinking about things and putting it out there in another perspective for a way to attain 1,000 hours in a year. Help my cause out. Give this video a like. Leave a comment below if you have an idea or you want to reach out to me in another way to help with this goal. Put it down there in the comments. I like your idea, Sean. You're crazy, but I like your idea. Again, I'm using this as a platform to inspire and to also communicate about the challenges for someone that is in my situation, that has under 500 hours. What do you do to get to the next step? But I want to use this as an opportunity to just inform, to communicate, to talk about these things, that what we have here in the United States is a pilot shortage of getting to the airlines that it's never going to end, okay? There's a lot of propaganda out there that will say, oh, there's not really a pilot shortage. We have lots of pilots in the United States. Fine, but we do not have a lot of qualified pilots that are willing to go to the airlines. and that are willing to go fly in business aviation. And that is the problem. The other problem is that there's an increased demand, an ever-increasing exponential demand for pilots. And yes, we could have another downturn. There could be some other kind of pandemic. There could be some other kind of a catastrophic thing that damages commercial aviation and damages the demand for air transportation. I get that. I'm 44 years old. I've seen it happen several times just in the span of my life. September 11th was very, very dramatic on the airline industry. The recession in 2008, same thing. COVID, same thing. So, it's not a perfect industry, okay? But look at those clouds behind me. I mean, wouldn't you want to be up there? I sure do. And I'm looking for my flight path to get there. If you like my shirt, the Fighter Pilot Polo shirt, go check it out. It's on Etsy. Check out some more videos here on Flight 247. And go check out our website, flight247oshkosh.com, for information on the Jetliner Experience Center that I'm building here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Thanks for watching this, and we'll see you out there. Fly safe.